Good morning, Acadiana. Abby Breidenbach back here with Chef Mandy Lacombe. We are still working on our crawfish etouffee. Now, while you all were away, we added some cream to our mixture. Before we just had onion, green bell pepper, and butter. How much cream did we add?
So we had about 3 cups. It all depends on how much flour you end up putting in your pot. So you want it to kind of be like super creamy, but enough to where it doesn't look like the paper mache glue that we all made when we were growing up. So this is a pretty good consistency right here.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and help me out a little bit,
yes.
We have right there, we have some seafood base and chicken base.
Okay.
Now, if for Lent you want to be super, super strict, you can do strictly the seafood base.
Okay.
Or seafood stock if you're doing, you know, without the cream. So we're going to go ahead and do the seafood and chicken base.
Can I add
today.
them all at once?
You can add them both at once.
Okay.
So this just goes ahead and adds like a really nice depth of flavor. But you want to be careful because it does also add salt to the pot.
Okay.
So you want to be careful when adding the rest of your seasonings.
Okay, and what else do we have here? What can I go ahead and add?
So the one on your right is garlic powder. We're going to go ahead and add probably most of that container.
Okay.
We do
Tell me when.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
So we use a lot of garlic down here, and
oh, I can smell it.
I like to use garlic powder or granulated garlic just because that is what I readily have in my cabinets. You can use minced garlic that you keep in your refrigerator. If you keep fresh garlic, that's fine. A lot of people do keep fresh. They like grow it in their garden. That's great.
Right.
I just always have garlic powder. It's fantastic. The one on your left is onion powder.
Okay.
Go ahead and add some of that in.
How much of it do we want to add?
Let's see. A little bit more. A
More?
little bit more.
Okay.
That'll work.
Okay.
Like I said on one of my earlier ones, I don't actually use recipes. I kind of just go with what works. What looks right, I'll add it, and then I'll taste it. If it's not right, I'll just add a little bit more. You always want to add slow. You don't want to add too much at a time. You can add more, but you can't take it back out.
Right.
So the one at the top is your parsley flakes.
Right. How much of this do we want to add?
Probably about half.
Okay. Is that, no, that wasn't even half.
That'll work.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. Okay. And then the red pepper, you're just going to add a few pinches of that.
Okay.
So red pepper, it has a good kick. Now, if you like it spicy,
do you want more than that? What do you think?
More. If you like it spicy, you can always add a little extra.
Okay.
Now, we only added a little bit because we do also have our house seasoning that we have in our restaurant. It's very similar to any Cajun Creole seasoning you get in the store.
Okay.
The only difference between ours is there is a lot less salt. I've tried to find a comparison in the store and I can't. I actually purchased this and bring it home.
Okay, so people need to come here to Vermilionville.
Absolutely. And it also helps out because we have that base in there that has the extra salt, that we have one that has less salt.
Okay.
You'll notice I don't actually have any salt alone on my counter. I don't actually add salt usually when I'm cooking because of my other ingredients.
Okay. Okay, so how long are we going to let this sit here, and then when we come back, we'll show everyone how to add the crawfish?
So we're going to let this cook for another 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure all that flour and cream has cooked together real nicely. All the seasonings have melded together. We want to make sure that flavor's nice and combined. And then we're going to add in our crawfish tails that have a little bit more seasoning in them. Now the crawfish tails also have the fat from the pack, because you want to add even more of that flavor in there.
Right. Okay, so when we come back, we'll be adding in that and give it a little taste test, let you know how it is. Of course, obviously, we'll try to put together a recipe for later to share with you all on our website as well. So stay with us right here on GMA to finish learning how to make this crawfish etouffee.